what actually is energy medicine. You might have heard that word thrown around, and we wanted to really cover off clearly what we see that is. So James, do you want to start?
Yeah, so everything starts in the invisible world of reality. So people, often say, everything starts off as thought and feeling. All these things are invisible. Your emotions, your visions, your dreams, they're all invisible, and yet we know that our thoughts and our feelings, whether it's stress, can have a profound impact in the physical world. And everything around us, like this painting here behind us, that was first of all a thought in someone's mind, and then here it is in physical reality. And there's a process that creation goes through to have it go from thought to thing. And so in that area is a whole range and a lot of opportunity for healing, because that's kind of like the original blueprint, and then you end up with the physical reality. And so we want to go back and teach people how to look at that area there, the invisible world of reality, or the energy. And that's where really the root cause of things that are showing up in the physical world really start. And so that's a really profound place to do energetic healing work in that area.
And a very simple way to look at it is when I was studying a lot of Native American Indian laws and governance, they called it the Great Blue Road was the world of the metaphysical or the energy medicine world. And then there was the Great Red Road, which is physical reality. And that's, where we see matter and objects and physical bodies and plants and trees and chairs. And they talk about having a foot in both worlds, one foot in the Great Blue Road, one foot in the Great Red Road. And what that really means is understanding that we're both energy and we're physical matter. What a lot of us aren't taught in school or society or life is how to understand that energetic world, which, as James just said, is responsible for so many things manifesting functionally or dysfunctionally into the physical world. And when you really look into that invisible world or that energy world, there's a lot going on in there that you don't really realize, just like there's radio waves traveling through the air that you can't see. And that's this curious, amazing world. And it's called so many different things. We can just call it the energy world or the energy grid, but people do call it dream time, the dream weave, the source field, the knowing field, the matrix, the quantum field. I don't want to confuse you to all those names. You can call it what you want to call it, the Great Blue Road. But what it means is that there's information and intelligence and organization and universal laws that live and existing there. And when you're working with energy medicine, you're saying, I want to do the healing, the medicine being the healing. I want to do the healing in that invisible world where so much happens that we don't know about, that we should know about, that we should be taught at school.
Yeah.
That's what energy medicine is. And you can see why, normal pharmaceutical medicine or other medicines that are physical, they're fine in their own right, but they're not really getting into that nitty-gritty world of energy, which is where everything starts as creation. And that's why energy medicine to me is just so cutting edge, because when you understand that field and you master that field, it's just gold.
And it's really interesting too. It's really exciting to see some of the more modern day people in this area, such as Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton. They're really sort of showing through their more scientific methods, they're bridging that world of sort of more modern day and scientific, provable methods that they're now proving and I guess showing what indigenous cultures have been doing for thousands of years. And so it's really exciting to see this sort of merging of the two, of the spiritual healing and personal development worlds
coming together,
looking at limiting beliefs and things that are blocking you from being healthy and abundant, all these different things. And so, we're really excited to present, I guess, the spiritual healing side of that.
So the energy medicine training that we're teaching uses the understanding of that energy world, that invisible world, and helps you understand how to heal in that paradigm. And, the fact that science is catching up and explaining it's very exciting for us. But actually being able to go in there and do something in there, it's one thing to know about it. And in our teaching, we do talk, or our training course, we do really help you understand what that world is. Because if you don't understand it and you don't connect to it, it's hard to work in it. But we really understand and train about what that world is. And then we teach you how to go in there and make change in that world. And that is the brilliance that's energy medicine practitioner training. How do you go in and make change in that world?
It is, and I guess from all the different modalities and teachings we've studied in philosophies, I mean, you've got a degree in philosophy.
I have a degree in philosophy.
All the different things we've looked at since we were very young, we bring into this training. So because there is universal principles, universal laws, there's techniques and ways of doing healing that have been passed on to us from lots of different teachers throughout time, some very wise teachers, especially in the indigenous communities, whether it's the Australian, Aboriginal, Indigenous community or Native American Indian, and there's ways that they've done healing in safe and effective ways in alignment
thousands of years
with the principles of energy that work and that keep both the client and the practitioner safe and produce profound results. And so we bring all those things into this training.
Yeah, so I'd love you to check out our energy medicine practitioner training, just because when you understand what energy medicine is, it's almost like, even if you don't want to make a career out of it, you really want to know how to work with it for your immediate family, friends, yourself, your pets, anything around you, let alone doing it professionally with clients or anyone else in the world. And because energy medicine isn't bound by space, time, location, it literally can be done from any location, anywhere. It doesn't need a face-to-face contact. So love you to explore energy medicine more with us at some point.